All right, and welcome back. Thank you for watching my videos. Today we're going to try to do a quick one because I got to go to work here soon. But anyway, I wanted to let y'all know that I did discover a couple of things about the Castle Arts. One is in the battery-powered pencil sharpener, they are breaking a little bit often, not as often as a Prismacolors, but they are breaking. However, in the manual sharpeners, my Prismacolor one, so far they're doing really good. So far they're really doing good in this one and not breaking. But let's go ahead and try a flower petal today. As you can see, I did a couple other little flowers. I just wanted to do more than one or two tone colors, and I really like how they came out. Which leads me to the second thing that I learned about the Castle Arts. And the second thing is that they blend beautifully with the Prismacolor white. I mean, really, really beautifully. They come out really, really smooth and really, really pretty. I'm really impressed. And we'll show you that here when we do this little petal. Let's go ahead and do this one. Today we're going to be using... I don't even know how to say the word, Arbor Green, number 29 in the Castle Arts. That's going to be kind of my off color or dark color. I was going for a pink and purple look when I discovered that a lot of my purples in the Castle Arts actually look pink. So we're going to do pink and purple separate. We'll do 2 flowers eventually in pink and 2 in purple. And we'll go over what colors I use for the center of the flower here shortly after I finish this little piece right here with the color I can't pronounce. And of course, you know, in this portion of the petal, I don't care if I go a little bit heavy-handed or a little bit dark. The idea is to keep it dark. And this extra smooth paper without much tooth won't take any, mini layers anyway. So, all right, we got that part done here. Now for the middle, I used Fleshlight as my first color, number 020. And then I used Flesh Deep, number 018. And then I used for the center here, in which I do need to darken up the colors a little bit. The very, very center to kind of like put a little dark in there, to kind of make it pop. There we go. Because I used that white, and it does kind of mute the colors. But that last one was Venetian Red, 021. And I think it came out really, really nice. All right, so let's get to the petal portion here. And for this one, it'll be Lavender Light, 025. Well, those are kind of hard to see, but it's okay. But look, even though it's purple, it looks kind of pink at the same time. So I was like, okay, that's what we're going to go with. And obviously it's not a full petal. Like I said, I need to make a short video since I have to go to work early here today. And like I was saying in the other videos, no 2 petals are alike. So, use your imagination, use your creativity, do it however you want to. You could do it like how I'm doing. You could do it like these red and yellow and orange ones. Anything that comes to mind, anything that comes into picture here. And then, of course, remember, extend your lighter color out a little bit because you're going to bring your dark color down into it, or I am. I mean, like I said, do it however you want. As a beginner, I have really had a good time just using my creativity and some of the tips and tricks from the other videos I've seen. And hopefully, as a fellow beginner, you will also learn along with me. And then, of course, I forgot to mention what color this one was. My bad. After I finish doing my first layer here, we'll go over what color this one is. And see how I'm kind of bringing it down into the lighter color. But look how pink it is. And I think this is actually, it says it's a purple. Yep, straight up purple. 029. And that is not purple. It's more like a magenta to me, I think. But that's okay. I'm not going to complain. It's still a beautiful color. And then here we go with the second layer. You see how it just, every time you go with a new layer, it fills in more of the white of the paper. And I like to do the lighter touches, or the, you know, just to kind of make the tip of the pencil last longer, because wax-based pencils, the tips go down. And another thing that I forgot to share with you guys, to help make your tips last longer, turn your pencil often. You know, as you're coloring, keep turning. And it keeps your tips somewhat sharp. It lasts a little bit longer that way. Not much, but it does cut down on the sharpening constantly. All right, and then back to the purple. That looks magenta. You know, and as you'll see when I pick the pencil up from the paper, well, I don't know if you can see it, but when I pick the pencil up from the paper, I'm actually turning it at the same time so that I can make that tip last longer. And then that was another little trick that I learned watching other videos. So, hey, and maybe eventually someday I'll get to be a pro at this. Either way. There we go. See, like I said, since it's pretty smooth paper, it doesn't need very many layers. And then let's go ahead and get the Arbor Green, whatever. This color, this weird color that I can't pronounce. And we're just going to do that. Do some little lines. And then I'm going to do another layer of the lavender light. And this one will be a shorter layer since I've pretty much got the paper filled up here. There we go. And then back to the one labeled as purple, but really looks magenta, which it fits my coloring here today. I just got to remember it is actually not purple in the future, because everybody knows by the last video, definitely by now, purple is my favorite color. I love to use purples. All right, so we've put about 3 layers on. So the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to take my blending pencil, and this is a colorless blender, and I'm just going to kind of smooth it on in there. It blends it a little bit better. And see how it's bringing the magenta purple down in there, and it's kind of filling in some of the holes and stuff. Excuse me. Those spring allergies, they're really bad this year. That's okay. Then the next thing we'll do, and I actually didn't sharpen it yet, but that's okay, because I found that it doesn't need to be really sharp. I'll just put the white in there, and that just blends it out so beautifully. I was so impressed. I mean, I was just experimenting on the red and orange and yellow to see what would happen, and I was so happy with it that I just went ahead and whited my blue ones too. And of course, you'll see the white really prominent on the dark color here, but we're going to go back over that with one more layer. But look at that. Isn't that nice? And then, of course, get rid of your wax bloom. There we go. That looks really, really good. I love how that blended. So here we go. And then just to bring the color back a little bit, you don't even have to be like super fine about it or anything. You would still want to use light pressure. Light to medium, I would say. Bring your color back here. And there we go. But look how well it blended everything. It is just, I was really impressed with how well just a simple Prismacolor white blends my castle arts. It just does a really good job. I'm like super impressed. All right. Like, it is literally something I just learned. Usually white is not a good blender for me. Me and white fight a lot. I do not get along with white. So that's why I end up using the alcohol markers, you know, mixed media, and the blending pencil. And I still want to use the blending pencil, but I want to kind of also use the white because it does an even better job. So there we go on the first petal here. And we'll do some more, probably at my lunch maybe, or maybe even tomorrow. But hey, thanks for watching. If you got any questions or comments, just leave them below. I will try to get back with you. And you have a great rest of your day.